Lagos Carnival, Floats, Fabrication and Parade, An Artist's Reflection by Ade Odunfa. Between 2008 and 2015, I had the privilege of serving as the lead artist for the Lagos Carnival, Float, Fabrication and Parade, a 7-year journey that remains one of the most dynamic and transformative experiences of my artistic life. Those years taught me how public art could move, breathe, and exist in rhythm with the people. Each carnival season began as a blank canvas, defined by a new theme that reflected the heartbeat of Lagos, its waters, its music, its resilience, and its celebration of cultural identity. The Lagos Carnival itself is an evolution of the old Fanti parades, rooted in Afro-Brazilian and Yoruba traditions, a joyful expression of heritage and unity. My role was to translate that spirit into monumental mobile art forms that could glide through the city streets and embody the energy of Lagos in motion. The process was both artistic and architectural. Months before each parade, our team gathered in sprawling workshops filled with noise, laughter, and creativity. I worked closely with welders, carpenters, painters, and costume designers to transform sketches into full-scale sculptures. The floats were built from metal, wood, fabric, fiberglass, and foam, each chosen for strength, lightness, and flexibility. We designed everything modularly so that the large components, massive wings, sculpted figures, abstract forms could be transported through narrow streets and reassembled at the parade grounds. Every float told a story. Some represented Lagos as a city of water, with forms inspired by fish, waves, and boats. Others captured the rhythm of music and dance. Others still celebrated community pride, featuring symbols from across Nigeria's ethnic landscape. I approached each float as a moving sculpture, art in motion, where aesthetics had to harmonize with movement, engineering, and safety. The challenges were immense. Unlike static installations, carnival floats must move for hours through unpredictable conditions: heat, wind, crowd interaction, uneven roads. We had to ensure balance, stability, and visual coherence while the floats were in motion. I remember long nights checking structural joints, rebalancing frames, and repainting surfaces until dawn. Every decision was a blend of engineering precision and artistic intuition, and yet, despite the physical exhaustion, there was always joy in the work. The studio felt like a living organism, music playing, colors everywhere, artisans arguing passionately about details, and sparks flying from welders' torches. It was art making as community, diverse skills coming together for a shared purpose. When parade day arrived, the entire city seemed to transform. The floats, once silent and still, came alive, gliding through the streets surrounded by dancers, drummers, and cheering crowds. I often stood back for a moment, watching from the edge as my team's creations rolled by under the Lagos sun. There was a particular beauty in seeing the sculptures move to the rhythm of the people, the fusion of craft, culture, and celebration. For those few hours, art belonged entirely to the public. It wasn't confined to galleries or institutions. It was carried through the heart of the city, felt by thousands, alive in the noise and laughter of the crowd. That, to me, is what public art truly means. Not just visibility, but connection. Over the 7 years, the project evolved. The floats became more ambitious, the craftsmanship more refined, and the symbolism deeper. Each edition of the carnival challenged us to innovate, to build bigger, lighter, more expressive forms. Through it all, I learned patience, teamwork, and resilience. I learned how art could merge with logistics, engineering, and performance. Looking back now, I see those years as a foundation for much of my later work in large-scale installations. The Lagos Carnival taught me that art doesn't always have to stand still to have impact. It can move, dance, and pass by, leaving behind memory and emotion. Even though the floats existed only for a day, their presence lived on in the hearts of those who witnessed them. The Lagos Carnival was never just about spectacle. It was about identity, about Lagos as a city of flow and rhythm, where tradition meets modernity, and where creativity is a shared language. For me, leading the float fabrication for 7 consecutive years was both a privilege and a lesson in what it means to build art for the people, art that celebrates, transforms, and reminds us of who we are.